All right, Warriors, Patriots, and Preppers. Second video for you. If you didn't see the first video, I am just finished up working out. I'm sitting in the car kind of doing like a fake sauna here. As you can tell, it is working. It is hot in here. But I wanted to do a video about items you should consider now before there's a run on them. And a lot of people are starting to see some of these items run out as the panic buying sets in and as the uncertainty continues. Okay, you're going to want to really make sure that you stock up on laundry detergent. You're going to want to make sure you stock up on dishwashing detergent. I've seen waves of that being gone, and people are making supplemental cleaning supplies using those type of materials because they can't find the stuff that they want to find, or they want to find to sanitize normally. So those are going to be two kind of household cleanliness items. In terms of preps, it's very, very hard to replace certain items. I've seen a lot of people trying to make bread. So flour, yeast, all that stuff, there's already a run on it. So you want to be mindful of trying to pick that stuff up when you see it. If you have, just always have it on your list when you go to the store. If you're still in the process of going to stores right now, because making bread is going to be one of those things that's going to bring you some comfort later on down the road, and it also is going to be a very good barter tool if maybe it's not something that you're into, but you're able to make bread. I'm seeing in my little neighborhood group right now people bartering the masks that don't work, just a cloth mask for certain things. So I could only imagine that bread is going to be a great item to barter as it's less and less available in stores. The other item you're going to want to get and you're going to want to stock up on and think about for upcoming situations, because you know we're coming into hurricane season in about 2 months now. So if we're still in this pandemic, we're going into hurricane season and your area is affected by hurricane season, gasoline is super cheap right now. And you might want it could store up to a year, and there's ways you could store it longer. But if you have ways to store gasoline now at the cheap prices, you should do that. It's going to save you in the long run. If the economy starts to turn around and gasoline prices go up, but maybe you're not back at work yet and you're trying to get to work, maybe you have a longer commute, you have to go outside your normal area to find work, having that gasoline on hand and on store is going to be very, very valuable. Plus, it's also another barter item, and it's a cheap item right now. Water purification. I think that ways to purify your water, because I've seen little reports where they're talking about transmission and the pipes in these apartment complexes. So depending on where you live, you might not want to be relying on the tap water once you find out there's an outbreak in your apartment complex. So ways to purify water and ways to collect and cultivate water, any of those things, like if just saving your jugs, saving your containers from the juice you're buying, from the stuff you're buying now, is going to be another items that you want to stock up on and store now before there's a big run. Any multivitamins and any sort of over-the-counter medication, there's definitely a run on that. So when you go into the stores, when you have time to get them, stock up on them, put a little further back, because as maybe you haven't been in an area that's quite hit yet, but it's starting to tick up. You gotta recognize the area you're in and how the peak may affect your area. Okay, New York numbers are the curve's flattening. Well, maybe you're in Dallas and the curve hasn't even spiked yet. Maybe you're in Chicago and it's starting to spike now. All of us are gonna have these little regional disasters with this big national disaster, and you got to think about what items are gonna have a run on for you. I myself, we've started getting chickens, and I've already noticed there's a run on chickens, and there's a run on chicken supplies, and there's a run on chicken feed. So if you have livestock that you're taking care of, even if it's just your pet or your dog, you might want to pack back up on some of that type of things too. I remember the first days of this, late February, when I was like, hey, I need to go to the store. I need to start buying some stuff now. There's going to be a run on stuff. I was able to get certain things that I wanted to get that you can't find now. So I'm happy I did that. But I thought it was funny at the time. This guy had a huge stack of dog food. It's starting to not seem so funny to me anymore. So definitely consider those items. I want to do a quick rundown of items that you guys should consider as I sit here and bake in this sauna. And also consider your physical fitness, guys. I'm definitely trying to up mine. Had a couple of days where I fell off a little bit, but now I'm back on it. Let's go.